Well, this is a new video, just playing with some options, having some issues with certain areas that I try to go into the graphics, manipulation of backgrounds, and things like that. But anyway, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. Just wanted to touch on a few things here. First of all, let's talk about the people that are working and ready to work when we get ready to step out, and once we get funding in, when we'll start day one. Most of you have heard me say that. So anyway, this is video for TL Tedford Enterprises. We're in January the 23rd, 2021. My name is Terry Tedford. I am the chairman, CEO, and president. And then below that, we're going to have Mr. Leon Freaky. He's going to be the vice president. And he'll be in charge and working directly with me, and also rotation around to like the CFO department, HR, and other various departments yet to be determined. And we've been talking for many years, and he's pretty prepared. So then, next in line of that, we have a CFO, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Ivan Doss. He'll be heading the CFO department / finance, and that will be overseeing multiple things like the low interest mortgages that we are going to attempt to offer to employees. And then we have Mr. Lionel Farr. He's going to be the assistant to the CFO. And he comes with him. He brings a mortgage license to where we've been working within the mortgages. That's going to be a good thing for what we're trying to do. He's also been in other finance arenas, which is also going to bring a major asset to our team. So from there, we're going to be grooming some of these people to come up and eventually and take over the positions up here. We have a lot of plans in place. We're working within the government right now with two lobbyists. One lobbyist is Mr. Jack Berkman, very well known. You can Google him. He's very controversial towards the left, but other than that, he's been in it for 31 years. He should be bringing in funding money, which will help there. And then we have a Ralph Palomero, and he works with Jack, and he's the number 2 lobbyist working for our team, for our company. And he works up from places like Lockheed to Homeland Security. Now, Homeland Security is the top branch that is actually over all the other government departments. So once or if we can get the contract for further development, that'll pay us to build prototypes for them. And then if approved, then we are approved in every department. In Homeland Security, Department of Defense, Department of Transportation, Department of Customs and Border Patrol. Okay, so just on and on. And FEMA. Now FEMA also has interest in. Looks like that, according to Jack, that they're wanting to do it in the form of a grant. How much? I don't know. I'm figuring $10 million. We also have had a grant in that got stalled out through the COVID, but is still very much alive. We had full congressional support on the efforts and the idea behind the product and the company. And we are in good standing. We just made a 10-year anniversary since the formation of TL Tedford Enterprises Incorporated. And we have some things that we just got from that. And we're still in good standing. Everything is good. Company credit, everything is fine. So we're set up to take government payments. It'll come right straight through my pay portal in sam.gov. and then goes right straight into the bank account, which has been pre-registered for some months now and ready, and everything is up and ready. So should be a smooth flow for the money to come into the account. A lot of work's been done to try to make sure that we're dealing with details that we need to deal with right now. We don't want to deal with things when we first get started because it's going to be quite hectic to begin with anyway. We don't need any other problems. So just try to keep this in your mind. Try to help stay focused. Now, if you are an investor and you're interested in getting into the company to do make some efforts towards producing these products and helping all the full gamut of things that we have to accomplish. We've got many employees that we have to hire. We've got departments to get set up. We're also going to be assisted in the office arena by then getting our corporate files put together, get everything registered, looking for what we need, like for accounts to get set up so we can buy materials. So when we start manufacturing, this happens before we have to have it. That way everything's ready. And that's what I've always leaned on, and it's actually treated us very well. So anyway, don't want to keep you guys long, but I'm going to go ahead and just we'll talk about let's see, we've got Karen Freaky, Ramey Freaky, Karen Carr, Lisa Beam Herring, I believe it is. Sorry, Lisa. We've got Earl Tedford. He is a cousin. He is an investor. He's been supportive throughout this whole thing, not only personal but financial, and so that's a good thing, and we welcome him on board. He's got a lot of experience, and he's got to be a good old boy. His last name's Tedford, so we'll give him that. So anyway, let's just go ahead and let's see, who am I missing? I know I'm missing some people. We're getting people ready for daycare. We're working towards plans for the cafeteria setting that we want to have, which is going to be a bit large cafeteria. You're going to be able to get your breakfast and your lunches there, and that way you don't even have to leave the facility. We've got on-site daycare, which means that you can bring your children to work with you and you take them to daycare, and then when you go to lunch or whatever, or when you go to breakfast, you can take them with you if you want, or they can go with the rest of the children to their lunch period, and there will be different departments for that. We're also going to have special needs teachers that are going to help work in this department, and we are going to be trying to work with training, putting them in experiences and things like that, trying to bring them out, and which are as best as they can. But that's what all the special needs teaching is all about. But anyway, we want to make sure we see to that, and we are planning on going public. We're going to go public with our stock once we complete 2 to 3 quarters of a year that we're beating the projections for those quarters in retail sales. And on the other side of the coin, we're working with the government. So we're trying to reach the government contract for buying product. If we go into the public arena with our stock, that'll be a major factor to propel our company and our stock up. And with all of these things involved, it's being speculated that we should at least reach somewhere in the neighborhood of $500 a share. There ain't no guarantees about this, folks, so don't start running to your bank and writing it down. Just understand this is what banks and stuff that have seen what we're doing have projected, and then now the government contracts are going to be a part of it, and then we can beat the projections in retail every 3 quarters. These are all good news. We don't have any outstanding credit obligations. with the funding coming from the government, we're going to have a good capital reserves behind us. And all of these things are just algorithm details. So if you understand anything about algorithms, it's just points of interest that we want to make sure that we peak high. That when these folks are looking at us, everything that they look at needs to be in good form. The corporation's been in good standing for 10 years, so it Dun and Bradstreet calls us established. Okay, so when we just got like we got a plaque thing saying, congratulations and stuff about the 10 year. But anyway, these are just all the little details that helps us look better and better and better, so nobody would have a reason to doubt anything of funding us for anything, because we've handled everything perfectly. So we're in good standing. And I'll just put a shout out to everybody coming in on board in the beginning. If I missed someone, my apologies. I don't have a list of everybody down here. So just have a great rest of your day, and we'll look forward to another discussion very soon. We've got some things coming up that we're going to try to see what's going on. It may change some of our direction of planning depending on what happens within the new administration. All right, folks, you have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in.